Hi everyone, I'm Lauren and I'm doing a just regular movie review today, not for any of one of my projects, and that is The Protector from 2005. It looks like there's a few films called The Protector. This is a martial arts film featuring Tony Jaa, who is I don't know if he's famous or not, but I feel like with people that like martial arts stuff, he's pretty well known. He's famous for being really good at the Muay Thai martial arts, which is a Thai martial arts, and very brutal martial art. But anyway, I watched that. I will say it's called The Protector in the States. It's called a bajillion other things elsewhere. The original Thai title is Tom Yum Goong, I think. I don't know how to pronounce Thai, but then there's a few other titles in other Englishy speaky areas, and it's bonkers. I didn't write down which one was for which, but it's also known as Warrior King, Thai Dragon, Revenge of the Warrior, and Honor of the Dragon. And I imagine there's other titles as well. Those are just some ones I wrote down. So nobody can decide what the heck to call it. This is a martial arts film featuring Tony Jaa, and in here he's this character who's tasked with protecting these elephants. I don't remember if they were special or anything, but he has to protect the elephants, hence the title, The Protector. And one day they're taking a few elephants to show them off, and I think one of them, it's like, oh, we might take him to the king, kind of thing. And something goes wrong, and some of the elephants get kidnapped, and he has to go punch dudes and kick them in the face and retrieve them, basically. It gets into the plot very, very, very quick. It's just like, alright, premise, go, action now. Alright, you're done with the premise. Don't need anything else. It's very quick like that. So if you want a good story, this is not it. One thing I will say about plot-wise, I don't really have much to say with plot, because it is mostly transitioning from fight scene to fight scene, basically. Tony Jaa, I don't remember his name in the movie. Hardly ever anyone calls each other by name. It's kind of, so it's hard for me to remember names when that happens. But the main character, his whole job is protecting specifically one baby elephant when they're in this festival type thing. And instead of watching the elephant, he watches it's like a blind boxing match. Like they're blindfolded and trying to beat each other up. So while he's watching that, the baby elephant gets kidnapped. And then also another elephant that gets kidnapped, but he wasn't supposed to be watching that one, so I forgive him for that. But his one job is protecting this baby elephant, and he just totally fails at it. He gets a bell for it, I guess, to keep track of it while he's not doing his job, but it's like a festival, maybe it's not a festival, but it's like a marketplace at the very least. A lot of busy stuff going on. The bell's not gonna do that much. So yeah, the Protector character failed at protecting in the most bad way ever. He just didn't do his job at all. It doesn't get brought up as like, it's your fault. He just kind of goes, I'm gonna task myself to save these elephants. It's your fault for one of them. Maybe not the other one, but the one that you were supposed to, the baby elephant, you're supposed to protect that one, you failed. So I wouldn't say I was ticked off about that, because the story just doesn't matter here. I feel like, I mean, if that bothers you, then yeah, that's really gonna bother you here. But I was just kind of laughing at how stupid that was. Anyway, so for most of the movie, he goes off to Sydney, Australia, which is where the elephants went to. I don't exactly remember how he figured out that's where they went, but he goes there. And he gets into a lot of different shenanigans. There's this Chinese mafia type group. They're the ones that took the elephants, but he's trying to figure out how to get there, and he encounters different people who work with them and tries to get info for them. I guess this is another plotty type thing. While he's going from place to place, this movie does not do a very good job at explaining certain things. He's just like, I'm here, and then he leaves, and they're like, oh wait, we're gonna come back, and stuff just kind of happens sometimes. I did look this up, and apparently that's a problem with this cut of the movie. I watched the English cut. Apparently they wanted to cut out half an hour-ish worth of content for some reason. The original Thai cut has more in it. I don't know if that fixes some of the things with the pacing wise, because I haven't watched it, but it's like, why did they cut that out? Did they just think that Americans only want the action scenes? They don't care about this transitionary stuff? I don't know. It was weird. But anyway, talking about the fight scenes, they're really, really awesome. That's the best thing of the whole movies. All the different fight scenes that Tony Jaa does. And none of them take too long. They're all finely paced, and some of them are just really ridiculous. Plot-wise, doesn't make any sense. Fun to watch though as an action thing. Like one that that is actually pretty well known, I think, is this fight scene where he goes up to this gang group that works for the Chinese mafia, I think, sort of. And instead of fighting him, this character that he's been chasing around, he like tugs on this horn type thing, and it makes this huge noise all throughout Sydney, or what I assume it's all throughout Sydney, and it summons a bunch of these rollerbladers, BMX bikers, some people on scooters, I think, and then eventually an ATV guy on an ATV, and like a motocross bike. I don't know what you call them, like the ones that you're in dirt and stuff and it's gas or whatever. So why does he have this one specific horn to summon all of these people to this one location? They just all go to this one location and start fighting Tony Jaa. Why does he have this? I have no idea, but it is a crazy fight scene as all these people try and attack Tony Jaa, and he's just like, no. Boof, 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 boof. And he does some really great stunts. There's also another really good fight scene later on that's pretty well known as, it's about 3 to 4 minutes long, and it's all just one shot of him beating up people going up a staircase. It's really good. and I can't take it very seriously. It looks very silly, but watching him do his martial arts stuff is really great. I don't know, he's really good at what he does. Oh yeah, there's another part that was really silly. It is nearer to the end of the movie, but I wouldn't call it a spoiler. It's really dumb. Basically, there's this guy that comes in and he picks up the baby elephant by the trunk and just throws him across the room like a shot put or something like that. And I was just like, wait a second, how heavy are baby elephants? And I was looking at the math and stuff and like, no, that wouldn't work. But you can tell it's a rubber elephant. It's so dumb, but it's so great. I laughed at the scene. I'm still gonna laugh at that scene. It's really good, but it's dumb. If you want a serious movie, no, this is not for you. Especially there's a few other things that were kind of iffy about it. There was, for some reason, dubbing over a lot of the characters, like really obvious dubbing. I guess in the original version they all spoke Thai, but I guess the people who localized it for the States thought that would be weird that a whole bunch of people in Sydney were speaking in Thai, so they dubbed over them. But they didn't do a good job, though. It's really obvious that they're dubbed over. And it's just like, guys, I think we know this is not an English movie. It's pretty obvious. I think we can... I mean, there's so many other unbelievable things in this movie. I think we can let past that everyone's speaking Thai. There's also a few other effect type things. I think it's called transposing, where they film something somewhere else and they edit it to be on top of another film. They do some of that as well, and it looks terrible. It's really bad. It is like, quick. So whatever. Is it a good movie? Probably not. But it's very entertaining though for me, and I really enjoyed it just for that. I do really want to watch the Thai cut as well because I want to compare them. It was a little difficult to find the Thai cut. I haven't watched it yet, but I did track down how to watch that, and you have to like buy the Blu-ray where they're both on that. You can't stream the Thai version because rights or something. I don't know. It's lame, but I'll eventually watch that. Probably soon. I don't know. Either way though, I enjoyed this movie, even when it's really dumb. It's really wild watching Tony Jaa jump all over the bloody place and kicking people and punching people. So if you want a pretty not serious, like it tries to be serious, but it's really not, martial arts movie, I do recommend it. Just keep in mind that it's not gonna be a very smart movie. And I mean, I think that's fine sometimes. It is what it is. That's all I have to say about this. Let me know if you watched this movie, and if you haven't, are you interested in now? Let me know. And yeah, thank you so much for watching. I hope to see you again in another video. Bye!